And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards on the play, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On third down, Fournette. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with fourth down forthcoming.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Watson. His big tight end over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Right there, 56.
From the gun, here's Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against trouble, because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Set. 19. Check 56. Let's make 59. Let's make
on first down, Watson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. DeAndre Hopkins, 29 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And the QB rating right now sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
18, chopper. 51, Mike 51. I got you, boy. Check 9. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin.
Let's go,
That's the
baby.
end of the first quarter with the score Texans 7, Jaguars nothing.
Let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Jim. Any weapon. Ready, go.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here.
We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
After the interception, here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
What is that? 19! 24! I got him. Back to mine. I got him. 56. Mike.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. From the gun, Watson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Watson. Over the middle, it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
56, Mike, 56. 54.
3rd and 9.
He's checking. Crash. Give me that.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken near the 13. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Man left. 3 down. Crouch in,
Fournette, a 1st down carry. Dancing away at the 30. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now Fournette, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that. Play calling, they're locked in really well.
The drive starts with this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Watson now to throw. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Watson now 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's 1st and 10. He finds Hopkins complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Set. 19. 20 points down. He's coming. We won't have to go.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for number 85.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. It's complete. Stills. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Watson now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only one incompletion, and another 1st and 10 here. Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Again, it's Watson. It's Stills bringing it in. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Watson looks to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
But no takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Watson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
56, right there, 56. Here we go.
To throw is Watson. And an alley to run. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit And in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
At the 17-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. That one goes for 8 yards.
Here we go. Here we go.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Here is Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here we go. Here we go. Check 25, 64, weak. Kill.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking for Shepard deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On the ground, it's Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. It's Eckler again. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Recon, 132 fight. Ready, go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll find O'Shaughnessy open left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Fournette. Fournette fighting through. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Fournette. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. They come out here in the eye. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On first down, Watson. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, he's going to loft one. He's got it with the 15. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 2nd and 7, Watson over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
You ain't doing nothing.
Hey, we got to snap it.
From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
First down, Jaguars.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. They'll set up a throw.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, look a little bit.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Watson. With a catch made by Hopkins. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Let's go.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, Watson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. On first down, it's Watson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Now it's Watson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. It's complete. Stills. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. To the air yet again, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A knockdown. And the Texans push further out in front.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
At the 43-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 50, clear. Let's go. Check, let's go.
Fournette on the counter. And an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, listen.